Hey, Bea, this is Mr. H. This is question number 34 on page 7. Basically, it's just a function that they want you to graph. It's a log function they want you to graph. So basically, all you're going to do is you're going to graph it, and then you're going to use either the table or menu 51 to come up with a couple points, and then there's a couple questions that they want you to answer. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go get the calculator and we're going to try to graph it. So press tab, we're going to put in log, so log base 3, and then this will be 2 minus x, 2 minus x, and then we press enter. And that's that. Let me see. Yeah, so that's what we got. I'm going to take this and move it up. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use menu 51. See, okay, the y-intercept has got decimals, so we're not going to use that. Let me go over here and look for the 0. Yep, we got 1 point on there. That's 1 0. So if I go to the iPad, I'm going to put 1 point right here. And then let's see, what else do we want to do? Let's see what else we got. I'm going to go to the left, so I'm going to put in -1 for the x value, and that means the y value is going to be a positive 1. So that's going to be another point that we can put in there. Let's see, I'm trying to make that a little bigger. All right. Now, let's see. I'm going to do a -3. Let's see what that is. Nope. -4. Let's see. Nope. -5. Nope. -4. -8. -7. Yep, there's a point. -7 too. So if I go back to the iPad, I'm going to put 7 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 2. All right, so basically what I want to do is I'm going to do something kind of like this. It's going to go down and it's going to go over. Okay, now that's basically the graph. I graphed like 3 points, so I'm pretty good there. Now I gotta understand, it says state the domain. So the domain is basically the y value or the x values. So if you look at this, you can see that this is going off into a negative infinity. So the start of the domain for this function is a negative infinity. But the question is, it looks like, if you look at the graph, it looks like it goes down. Now watch what I do. If I do menu 51, if I do 1.5, it gives me this. Now watch what I do. If I do menu 51 and then I do 2, it gives me this line here. And basically what it's saying is we don't actually have an output for 2. It's undefined. So basically, when you see something like that, that basically means that it gets close to 2, but it never actually reaches 2. So, so the domain for this is going to be 2, because it's going to be, it's getting close to 2, but it never touches. And that's what it's called. That's why it's called an asymptote. So the domain for this, let me go back to my iPad. The domain for this is going to be a negative infinity to 2. Now, it never reaches 2, so the way that we would write that is a negative infinity. And because we never actually reach the 2, we're going to use a parentheses. So now, what you should know is if it gets closer and closer to 2 without touching 2, that's the definition of an asymptote. So I'm going to draw a line here to represent the asymptote. This is x equals 2, and that would be our equation, x equals 2. It gets closer and closer to 2, but it never touches. But it never touches. That's what an asymptote is. It gets closer and closer to a value, but it never touches. All right, so this would be like 2 points. This, if you did this, would be 1 point, and this would be 1 point. All right, that's it. I'm going to stop this, and I'm going to post it.